When you realize your mind is your greatest asset, you can conquer anything. It is mind over everything. My name is Linda, and I'm here to sprinkle a little bit of magic onto your life. So let's talk today about the incredible power of the mind and how you can harness it to achieve anything you want in life. But first, story time. When I was younger, I had this uncanny knack for getting anything that I wanted. It's as if I had a magic lamp and a genie waiting to grant me any wish at any moment's notice. This is something that's very common in kids. Fast forward to my adult life and this time where I was at the De La Guarda show, an amazing experience where the show happened right above our heads. I was there, standing in a giant warehouse with over 500 people in the crowd, just enjoying anonymously being one more of the crowd, when suddenly my world turned upside down, literally. Performers came out from everywhere, wrapping ropes and harnesses around my body, and suddenly I was whisked away by one of them. I was flying all over the warehouse, just being part of the show and having the most amazing experience of my life. It was breathtaking, it was exhilarating, it was extremely exciting. And after that, talking to my friends, we were wondering, how did I do it? What did I do to be the one who was chosen out of 500 people? Many people called me lucky that day, but deep down in my heart, in my gut, I knew there was something else. Because the minute they announced that someone was going to be part of the performance, I knew it was going to be me. How did I know? I didn't know at that time, but what I know now is I tuned into this frequency of knowing that got me chosen. And that is an unshakable mindset, and that is what we're going to dive into today. So if we want to use our minds to get anything that we want from life, first we need to understand perfectly what is the mind and what is the mindset. Our mind is a tool we use to navigate through life. And if we understand how to use it and how it operates, we can get to where we want to go much faster, safely, and probably even enjoying the ride. So let me explain to you what the mind is, what the mindset is, and using a very easy analogy that will be very easy to understand. Imagine a car. That's your body. The motor is the mind. It's the power that makes the car move. But it doesn't move just by itself. It needs to be directed. It needs to be driven. Who drives the car? Obviously the driver. And in this analogy, the driver would be you, your higher self, your soul. Your mindset in this analogy would be the way you approach driving. Maybe you are a reckless driver. Maybe you are extremely cautious and obey every single traffic rule out there. Maybe you drive really fast. Maybe you drive really slow. Your mindset is the way you approach life, your attitude towards life, your thoughts, your opinions, what you think of life, your attitude. That's your mindset. It is basically the way we view life. So here I want to make a distinction between two types of mindset. The first mindset is the victim mindset. People with a victim mindset feel and think that everything that happens to them in life is just consequence of their existence. This means that they have absolutely no control over anything that happens to them. They are just victims of their circumstances, and everything is left up to fate and luck. They cannot control anything. Opposite to the victim mindset, and the mindset that we should all be striving for at any moment in life, is the triple P mindset. Triple P mindset is powerful, proactive, and purposeful. Powerful means taking control, making choices, choosing the mindset, our thoughts, our opinions. Proactive means taking action upon those thoughts, upon those opinions. Purposeful is about having direction. It's about knowing where I want to go, and also about believing in the fact that everything that happens in my life has a purpose. Sometimes things happen that I really can't understand why they're happening to me, and I can choose between feeling like a victim, or I can choose to find the purpose, the lesson. So powerful, proactive, and purposeful, the triple P mindset is the way we want to be living life, is the way we want to be acting towards life. Because the way we act, the way we interact with life is the same way life will interact with us. So if I feel like a victim and I act like a victim, life will just throw me more and more situations where I can feel like a victim, where I will feel a victim, or where I will be a victim. Opposite to that, if I act from the triple P mindset, if I'm powerful, proactive, and purposeful, life will continue to give me and offer opportunities and experiences where I will be powerful, proactive, and purposeful. But you know, I didn't always have a triple P mindset. After this period of my life where I got everything that I wanted, I got to a point in life where things started to get all upside down. Things definitely started not working out for me. And what happened is I started to listen to voices outside of myself, outside of my head, to other people's voices instead of my own. I started to let everyone else but me drive my car. I lost my sense of purpose. I lost my direction. I gave up my power, and my proactivity completely faded away. It was definitely not a good time in my life. Little did I know that was a recipe for accident after accident. I crashed and burned more times than I care to talk about during that period of my life. But then I learned the single most important secret of my life. This that I am about to tell you completely transformed my life. It brought me back my power, and now I'm going to share it with you. But first, let me make a disclaimer, because once you know this secret that I'm about to reveal, there will be no going back. So if you remember The Matrix, if you've ever watched that movie, this is a time where you choose between the blue pill and the red pill. And by me giving you this secret, there will be no going back. So make sure you want to move forward with this, okay? Here it goes. Prepare to be astonished and prepare to your life being potentially transformed right now. The only thing we can control in life, the absolute only thing we as human beings can control in our lives are our thoughts. Yes, our thoughts. That is the only thing we can control. We cannot control our emotions. We cannot control what other people do or think. We cannot control what happens if it rains, if there's sunshine, if there's traffic. The only thing we can control are our thoughts. And knowing that is definitely the key ingredient for making whatever you want from your life, because everything stems from the thoughts. Now I'm going to share with you what I call the magic formula. And the magic formula goes like this. Thoughts lead to emotions, emotions lead to actions, actions lead to results. So in summary, thoughts lead to results. Every single result I have in my life is a product of my thinking. And the amazing news about that, as I just shared and revealed in this very powerful secret, is that the only thing we can control are our thoughts. So if I can choose my thoughts correctly and wisely, I can dictate the results of my life. Okay, so now we've talked about the car being our body, the driver being our soul, and the mind being the motor that drives the car. We talked about the way we approach driving, which is basically the way we approach life, with our mindset, our thoughts, beliefs, actions, and attitudes towards life. Knowing that I can control my thoughts, now I can choose the correct mental model. So back to the car analogy, the mental model would be the rules of traffic and the way the car operates. It's knowing that the red light means stop, that the green light means go, that if I hit the gas pedal, I'm going to move forward, that if I hit the brakes, I'm probably going to slow down or stop. That is a mental model. So let me share with you a little bit more magic for your life and give you what I call the MAC model. And no, this is not an Apple-made model, although if it was, it would probably be awesome. This is the MAC model. It means mindfulness, assessment, and choice. So to be mindful means to be present, to know what's happening without any prejudice, without judgment, to be able to look at what's going on, simply to be there, the facts. Now, assessment means to be able to look at the different perspectives of that thing that just happened. So there's this circumstance and I could look at it from one point of view and maybe be happy about it, or I could look at it from another point of view and maybe feel offended by something. There's probably at least 3, 4, 5, or 10 different perspectives that I can look at one single experience or situation or event in life. And finally, choice. I get to choose which of those perspectives I want to adopt as my own. So what's important about the mental model is that we want to always choose a perspective that will propel us forward, that will make us feel good about ourselves, that will help us achieve or get closer to achieving our goals. It is very important to be aware of the way we are thinking about life, the way we are interacting with life, and the way we are taking life in. So let me recap one more time the amazing tools and secrets that I've just shared today, because I know in this very short time, this information is a recipe for success. It's a recipe for understanding your innate superpowers and how you can use them to propel your life forward and to get everything that you've ever dreamed in life. Our minds are tools that help us to get to where we want to go. Our mindset is the attitude, the view of life, my opinion, how I approach life from the inside out. I want to have at all times a triple P mindset, powerful, proactive, and purposeful. Our mental models is how we understand and interact with the world. It's outside of me. It's understanding the rules of the world. And at all times, I want to have a MAC mental model, mindfulness, assessment, and choice. And finally, and the single most important piece of information in this entire video is that the only thing we can control in life are our thoughts. The only thing we can control are our thoughts, okay? So the mind is the most amazing, powerful tool, and if we harness the power of the mind, we can conquer anything we want. But let me tell you something right now, because just as the mind can be your greatest asset, it can also turn into your single own worst enemy. So if you don't want that to happen, you're going to have to click on this next video right now and keep on watching.